Welcome back for more Reddit story videos. Today we have several entitled parent stories for you to enjoy. As always, don't forget to share and like if you enjoy these videos. Without further ado, here we go. Entitled mother lets her crotch goblin try to pet my dogs after repeated warnings. So I have a German shepherd named King and a 6-month-old Belgian Malinois puppy named Canna. Sorry, no dog tags, my dad said so. I'm 14 by the way. Both are super friendly but don't leave much room for bullshit, so interaction with children is pretty limited unless I know and trust the kid. This is also my first run-in with an EM. This story takes place at a local park while I was walking my dogs. I just happened to be there while EM and her crotch goblin were on the playground. Cast: EM entitled mom, me, yours truly, EK entitled kid, 8 or 9 years old, NM nice mom, my savior in the story, NC nice kid, 9 years old. So EM and EK are one family and NC and NM are another. NC approaches first politely and after that EM and EK approached. Let's hop in. NC: hey, can I please pet your dogs? Sorry, they are uncomfortable around kids. I also have to get home for dinner. Oh, okay, bye. About a minute later, EM: let my son pet your dogs. I'm sorry madam, they aren't comfortable around kids and besides I have to be home for dinner. EK: doggy! He tries to approach Canna, she gets startled and slinks behind me. Why is it hiding? Make it come out. I'm not going to. You scared her and I already told you she doesn't like kids. Please leave me alone. EM: don't talk to my kid like that, you delinquent. He got good grades last school year and deserves to pet him. Make her come out. No lady, I try to be polite but it's obviously this isn't going anywhere. I'm leaving. EM literally grabs my arm and as I turn around to face her, I fall. That's something you don't do when I have my dogs with me. They are very protective of me. They start barking and growling at EM. EM: oh my god, they're probably rabies. I'm calling the police to have them put down. Nice mom, who was watching the entire thing, steps in. Are you okay, kid? Is EM bothering you? I'm okay, I really just want to go home. You are not going anywhere. I'm calling the police. Your rabies mutts practically attacked me. Nice mom: you harassed and assaulted a minor. The police would arrest you before they worried about the calm. Uncontrolled dogs that were defending their owner. They had calmed down after some reassurance from me. EM, realizing that people are starting to stare: you'll be hearing from my lawyer. Runs off. Me: thank you for your help, madam. I don't know what her problem was. NM: my daughter was the one who asked to pet your dogs before and I noticed EK and EM going up to you. She just told me you might need some help. You know her? Yeah, she's pretty famous around here, the helicopter parent and her immature entitled brat. I've had a few run-ins with her before. My shepherd King was sniffing at her. Oh, sorry, how rude of me. I have no idea if you even like dogs and I just let him do that. And after that display, you probably don't want them near you anyway. No, it's okay. I like dogs and I understand that they were defending you. As long as he won't attack me, it's fine. No, he definitely won't. You can pet him if you like. They just aren't comfortable around kids because most don't know how to interact correctly with dogs. And then pets him. And see, can I pet him? I'll be super careful and do everything you tell me to. Me: if it's okay with your mother, you can. Just don't mess with his ears, face or tail and be gentle. And see, mom, can I? As long as you're careful. And then pets him, very gently I should add. King really enjoyed the attention. Everything worked out in the end. I made it home for dinner. NC actually got to pet one of my dogs and NM gave me her contact information in case EM actually does call her lawyer and need a witness. My dad is not happy about the situation and to be honest, neither am I. But I do have a story that I'm able to post for internet points, so that's a win in my book. You bought presents for the puppy and not for my baby? My dad's dog Dennis passed away around 4 months ago. Our family was grief-stricken as we loved him deeply. Dennis was like my dad's third child, besides my stepbrother and I. A few days ago, my dad and stepmom adopted a puppy from the local shelter. I was ecstatic when I found out and went over to their place with lots of presents for the little guy. Chew toys, balls, a puppy pen and puppy bed. My stepbrother and his wife were also there with their 18-month-old son. You may remember my Sil from this post. She saw all of the puppy's gift and gave me a really annoyed look. I asked if she was okay, to which she replied, "Well, I just think it's a bit cruel to my child that you're parading all these toys in front of him and haven't even gotten anything for him." Keep in mind that it wasn't my nephew's birthday or any other special occasion. I reminded her of this fact and she seemed shocked and said something like, "So what? He's your nephew. Doesn't he deserve better treatment than a pet? You could have gotten a few toys for him." So I told her, first of all, your kid is 18 months old and is incapable of realizing that the puppy has been giving a few toys. And second of all, just because I'm being nice to the puppy doesn't automatically mean that I'm treating your son badly. Before she could reply, I just got up, said goodbye to my dad, kissed the puppy and left. I really don't think what I did was in any way disrespectful to her family, so I just don't understand her reaction. Okay, a little bit of a backstory. I am almost completely deaf, but I have a pair of hearing aids so I can basically hear quiet whispers. I also have a service dog called Piper. She's a big black lab that I was matched with because I'm very active. Anyways, rules are when a service dog is wearing their vest, you cannot distract them with petting and such. So I was in the park just after my morning run and I was walking with Piper home. It was a Saturday morning, so I was in no rush to be anywhere. I'm holding onto Piper's harness when she stops and faces towards something. This means that there is something or something that needs my attention. When I look around, a woman and her kid are walking up to me and the woman doesn't look very happy. The entitled mom looks at me and Piper and kind of thrusts her kids towards me. Now this girl looks really shy and comes up to me with a scared expression on her face, which is actually quite cute. I'm a pretty good lip reader, so I understand most people, but this girl was about 4 and I presume she had a lisp, which made me a little slow to decipher her words. "Excuse me, can I pet the doggy?" Now, I'm a sucker for a cute face, and although you aren't supposed to let people distract the service dog, and the face the girl gave me when it took me quite a while to respond was heartbreaking. I'm basically melted butter at this point. Okay, but only for a little bit. She's working and we can't distract her. I smiled at her as she face lit up as she reached over to rub Piper's head. She started being all cute by talking to Piper. I could make things out like, "You're a nice doggy, I like you, and your coat is really pretty." She was talking about Piper's service vest. So we sat around in the grass for a little while as the girl asked me things about my dog. Until, "Can we play fetch?" "Sorry sweetheart, but Piper has to stay with me so that she can look after me." The girl then asked why and I explained that my ears didn't work and she accepted that. At this point I decided that I should probably head home as I would have been out for a while. As I turned out to leave, the entitled mom started tapping my shoulder. Can I help you? You need to let my daughter play with your dog." I tried to explain to the mother that I'm deaf and that Piper is my service dog, so I can't let her do that. At this point the entitled mom gets mad. "Fine, I'll give you $50 for him. Get a new dog." "You understand me just fine, so you're obviously not deaf, just a retard." I was shocked. This woman wanted to take Piper? What? "I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I need Piper." "I'll give you $100 for her." That's pretty much what it costs to look after her for a month, so no thank you. At this point I just turn and leave, but the entitled mom follows and grabs Piper's harness. I wasn't holding onto it at the time. Piper is very protective and is rather confused, so she starts growling at the woman. That's okay, once he's neutered, that aggression will fade. "What the F, lady, give me my dog back." At this point a man walks by with his own dog. "Is everything okay?" "No, this brat is trying to steal my daughter's service dog." At this point I'm facing away from him and he must ask after me because eventually he comes around my side and his eyes land on my hearing aids. Also the kid is trying to get her mom to give Piper back. Given your daughter is trying to return the dog and this man is obviously deaf, I think you better return the dog. "Fine, but get ready to hear from my lawyers." The entitled mom storms off, leaving Piper at my feet, so we all get our separate ways after that. I thank the man for his help. So here's another story. Currently, my wife is transitioning from social worker to dog trainer in the hopes of training assistants, companion animals for people with the need. As someone who suffers from anxiety herself, she knows how good a trained assistant dog can be in stressful situations. So this story takes place at an off-leash dog beach close to where I live. My wife has just finished work and has just decided to take our dog to the local off-leash beach for an impromptu training session playtime. On arrival, she moves to a relatively quiet section of the beach and starts running the dog through some drop stays and recalls, and other things that are good to reinforce in a high distraction environment, with lots of other off-leash dogs and people around. After maybe 10 minutes, she releases the pup to have a run and a play with the other dogs and sit down on the beach to watch him play, occasionally recalling him to reinforce the behavior before letting him explore and play again. As she is sitting there watching, she is approached by the father who is with a couple of kids, which isn't odd for this particular off-leash area as it isn't too far from the main beach. The conversation goes as follows. "That is an amazing well-trained dog you have there." "Thanks, I'm actually a dog trainer, but it helps that he loves to learn." "I'm not usually a fan of smaller dogs, but that one seems pretty smart." "Haha, yeah, well it's taken a while to get him there, but he's doing great." They both watch him play for a minute or so and make more small talk, my wife still recalling him every so often. "How is he with kids?" "Oh, he loves them. He loves any attention, but really loves playing with children." Entitled father nods, watching his kids play with the dog. "How much would you want for him?" Wife laughs, thinking he's joking. "Some days I would rehome him for free, but seriously I couldn't live without him." Entitled father laughs. "No, but seriously, how much? I've never seen a small dog that I like as much as him." Wife laughs again, nervously this time. "Honestly, I could never part with him." "You're a dog trainer though, you could always train yourself another dog." Wife's starting to get worried now. "Or you could get a dog and bring him along to our training centers and we could help you train him." Entitled father, "But I really like your dog and I generally like small dogs and he is already trained. So come on, don't be unreasonable. How much for him? I can get you cash within the hour." Wife getting up as she is feeling uncomfortable. "He is not for sale. Please stop asking." "Come on, please. Look how much my kids like him." Gesturing to his kids playing with a pack of assorted dogs, including ours. "I'll pay you. I'll give you more than he is worth." "For the last time, no, I am not selling you my dog. Now please leave me alone." She starts to move towards the car park and calls the dog to put him on a leash so she can leave. As the dog runs to the beach, entitled father tries to grab him by the collar, misses spectacularly and gets a face full of sand. Wife gets him back on the leash and gets to the car park before having a small panic attack standing at the back of the car. A couple of regulars see her and calm her down and she tells them the story, but then entitled father and his kids have gone. We go back a few days later and there is a printed notice on the beach entrance asking people to be vigilant as a man was sighted trying to take people's dog. EM tries to steal my dog and tries to claim it as hers. Backstory. I was 13 at the time and about this EM, she is a higher level EM, she is annoying, throws garbage in our backyard, does meth and tried to steal from us multiple times, and last she is racist as F. Details about my dog. He is a Doberman. He was 4 months old when this went down and was sick at the time. Cast. Me, Pizza Boy. Jax, my precious little baby boy. EM, the bitch of a whale. Story time. That day I was coming home from getting hospitalized. I was happy my mom got me a deep dish pizza. I came back home. I yelled for Jax. He didn't answer or come running, so I think he's playing in the backyard. So I go out of the backyard. He's not there. I started to stress. So I ran to my dad and told him, "Dad, where's Jax? I can't find him." "Did you check in your room?" No." I go and check my room. Still no sign of Jax. I go to my dad again. "Dad, he's not in my room." My dad started to panic. "Okay, I'm gonna ask the neighbors if they saw him," so he asked the neighbors and then EM. Keep in mind I wasn't with my dad in this bit. "Hello, entitled mom, did you happen to see Jax anywhere?" "No, I didn't." Now the miracle that happens. Jax, woof woof, translated, "I'm here, this bitch took me." "What? Is that Jax?" "No, it's my new dog." Here, my dad knew it's Jax because she is so lazy and does meth, She's not gonna be able to take care of a dog, plus my dad told me he saw him. Okay, can I see him? No. Why? Because he doesn't like people. Okay. Leaves and comes back home and tells me he found him and calls the police department. They come and let me tell you, the woman's basement is a meth lab. So here what I assume she tried to steal Jack so she could sell him for drugs. Makes sense, right? Sadly enough, 2 years later, Jack's passed away. He got hit by a car and bleed out on his way to the hospital. That took a dark turn. So those were the stories for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be highly appreciated. It really does help my channel out. Also, if you enjoy this and want to stay up to date on the latest videos, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next video.